Hi everyone, it's Mike here. Just a quick intro to this next project. I just want to have a little chat with you about something. So this is the page that I'm going to show you in a little while how I created this. But what I wanted to have a little chat with you about is this image, is the collage image, which I've nicknamed At One with Nature, which is also the slogan or the quote for the page. Now, obviously the process is going to come in a little while, so I just want to have a chat with you about this main image. Now, the main image, some may say, I've cheated. It's a composite. Now, it's a digital composite, so it's one that I've created, pulled all the pieces together, done all the necessary collage bits to it, and then saved it as including the little bumblebee, if you can see just there, look, sitting on a shoulder. Now, I've done this for two reasons. One, because I can, okay. I have the capability of the technology, and also I know what I'm doing with Photoshop and that kind of stuff. So I have created the composite, which makes it easier for some people who have dexterity problems or haven't got the time to mess about with all those individual bits, who still want to use the image, still like the image and still want to use the image to use it. So that's why I've created that. But if you do want to do all the individual bits to it, I've also created those too. Now there is a little bit missing off the bottom of that one because I have used that in the actual creation of the page that I'm going to show you in a second. But now the reason I've done this is because this is now on my new Etsy shop. And I'll put the link to the shop in the description area below. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start creating a series of collage stuff like this for art journal pages, but I'm also going to include a complete composite as well. A, so you can remember where everything goes, and B, if you are short of time and still love the image and want to use it but haven't got the time to cut all the bits out and stick them all down, then you can still use the image as well. So this is an 8x10, so this is based on an 8x10 page, so it will fit nicely on an 8x10. My book that I've used it in is a 10x10, which is a bit of an unusual size. It's a scrapbooking, but it's a scrapbook, it's supposed to be a scrapbook, and it's 10x10, so but it fits quite nicely. But the question that I have for you is this. If I do some more of these collages or collage collections for art journaling, do you want them in 8x10 sets, in focal points for an 8x10, or would you also want them for the smaller journals, which are around about 5x8? So if you do, if you would prefer to have the option of an 8x10 or a 5x8, then let me know in the description area below of this video. Like I said, I'll put the link to my Etsy shop in the description area below as well. But if you can leave a comment for me and let me know whether you would prefer this in 5x10, sorry, 5x10, that'd be long and thin, wouldn't it? 5x8 as well as 8x10, but it will be on a 8.5x11. I think that's the US letter size, if you like. That's what paper you use. We use a size called A4 in the UK, but it's slightly bigger than your American letter size. So the sheet will be on a 8.5x11. I'm sure it's an 8.5x11. But if you printed that off on an A4, if you're in the UK or Europe, it will still fit perfectly on an A4, as this one has done. So there you go. Now the other question was, now I've been looking and doing a bit of research on Etsy, and I've looked at other art journalists' Etsy shops, and I've noticed that quite a few of them do prints of their art journal pages for sale. Now, is that something that would interest you guys? You know, would you be interested in owning a limited edition print of this? Now, what I intend to do, if you guys want it, is to do a high resolution scan of my finished art journal page. I'm not going to sign them from now on the front. Okay, I'm going to sign all my personal originals on the back from now on, because what I want to do is I'm going to have my pages scanned in high resolution and then I'm going to print them, do limited edition prints on a 350 GSM cardstock. So if my page is an 8x10, then that's what I will produce or reproduce on an 8x10 350 cardstock. But I'm going to personally sign and number every one. So every single one will have a number on it. So it'll be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 3, but I will personally sign them, every single one, if you want to purchase that. Now again, if that is something that you're going to be interested in purchasing prints of any of my art journal pages, if you like them enough to want to put them up on your walls or give them away as presents or just to own a piece of me, I suppose, which sounds a bit egotistical. If anybody would ever want to own anything that I've created, I don't know. But if that is something you're interested in, again, please leave me a comment in the description area below, because I'm going to try and put on my Etsy shop stuff that you guys want from me. So, you know, and every little helps. You know, every penny that I get back from stuff that I'm selling to you guys is going to go back into buying more resources to do more videos, to create more stuff. It's going to, I'm trying to get this so that it's not costing me money to produce anything, because at the minute I'm buying stuff and using it, and not necessarily using it to the full extent, but trying to keep it fresh, trying to keep it new, trying to buy new stuff as and when I can, but that costs. So I'm not begging for money, don't get me wrong, I'm not begging for money. What I'm just saying is, would you be interested in purchasing digital download collage sheets in whatever size, 5x8 or 8x10, or would you also be interested in buying a limited edition print of one of my art journal pages? If that's the case, please leave me a message in the description area below. Right, that's it from me. I think I've waffled for long enough. As you can see, I'm not in the man cave today. Well, actually, I'm not going to be in the man cave ever anymore because I've been kicked out. Yeah. No, I haven't actually been kicked out. I chose to come out of the man cave. Ian's expanding. Is becoming too big for his own boots, which basically means that he's taken over the entire of the man cave. So the man cave is our garage, which we converted into a craft room, and now he has taken over the whole thing because he's got that much stuff, even more than me, which is an absolute marvel. So what I've done is I've actually moved into the house, and I'm in one of the spare bedrooms. Okay, yes, we do have more than one spare bedroom. So this was designated as our little library room. It's now my craft room. So I've moved my entire setup, my camera, my computer, my printer, and the majority of my art journaling resources are now here in this room. And it's indoors, so I don't have to go outside when it's raining to get into the craft room, which is a big bonus for me. So literally all I can do is just have to come upstairs and I can start playing. But it also means that Bentley can be with me here as well while I'm art journaling, and he's not on his own. Because previously we had to leave him on his own, and he didn't like that. And I don't like leaving Bentley on his own either. So so now it means that Bentley can come up and sit with me here in my little craft room while I'm working. Anyway, enough of that. So on with the page. I will insert video